Hi there. Today we're going to deal with the editing rules. This is one type of question that you are going to answer or attempt in your board exams, 10th standard CBSE board. So let's try to check what exactly are the rules that you need to follow while dealing with the editing questions. Okay. Well, I hope you all are aware the format in which the question appears. You have the passage and then you've got to write the correction and then the error, right, in the right column. Now let's proceed. What exactly are you expected? When I went through a few question answer sessions or few corrections, checking the papers and all, I found out a few corrections there which are repeatedly asked in the error detection question. So just check this out. When you say 2 plus V1, that is the infinitive, not the bare infinitive but the infinitive form, 2 plus V1 should be there. When there is 2, the first form of verb should be used. For example, I am going to bought a car. What's the mistake in over here? Can you check that out? Just read that once again. I am going to bought a car. Is that all correct? See, should it be bought in over here? This is the error, right? So how do you write the answer there? You have a column saying error. Yes, in the answer paper, error and correction, right? You will write it in this form, correction, and then you write the answer number. For example, this is the first one, A, and then you put in the error. What's the error? The error is that bought has been written there. So bought is the error, B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. Okay, and the answer should be I am going to. First form of bought is the verb bought is buy. So you put in the word buy. Very good, correct. See, buy there. So this is my answer for the second one, first one. Now next one. See, if it is you have a modal there. If a modal is used, what are modal auxiliary verbs? It's like would, could, might, shall, should, have to, ought to. All these are modal auxiliaries. So if you have a modal, even after that you need to have the first form of the verb and nothing else, right? Would doing, would going, will going, yeah, not the right sentence structure. So what do you use in over here? I cannot lived without you. So first of all, cannot is there, and then you have got lived. Can is a modal auxiliary, and with a negation cannot. So am I allowed to use the past tense immediately after the modal? No. So what should it be? It should be the first form of the verb. So what should be my correction over here? I'll write that the error is lived and the correction should be I cannot live. I cannot live without you. Right? Next, the third one says this way. For example, C. What will it say? When you are using the conjunction while, the WH word while, you should have the first form of the verb and main verb, I mean to say. V1 is always main verb. And then it will be followed by ing, that is the present participle, or the gerund form of the verb. Now, in this example, just check this. The phone rang while I was watching TV. While I watched the TV. I cannot even read it incorrectly. So see, what should be the error? Why after while? If you have, when you have a verb, that verb should be in the, yes, ing form, first form and ing. So what should be the answer here? How will I write the correction in over here? I'll mention it as the phone rang while I was, it is written as watched, which should be corrected to watching. Is that clear? This is how you will write the answers. Okay. Next one, D. So these just small simple tic-tac rules which will help you to make the grab all the 4 marks for error detections. Okay. Repeatedly as same as then did plus first form of the verb. These are the places where you have to have the first form of the verb. Now first of all, to with V1. Modals also will go with V1 form. While will also go with V1 and then ing form. While I was watching. Then did with V1 form. The verb after that will have V1. Provided it's not a bare infinitive and all. Then did plus V1. I did not went to the college. So if you have did over here, see you've got did here with the negation not. You're supposed to have the first form of the verb over here. And what have you got there? You've got went there. So what correction shall I make? I'll write this went over here and it has got to go in the first form. What's the first form of went? Go, went and gone, right? So I'll write the correction over here will be go, right? I did not go to college. Because both the places, if you use the past tenses, it cancels the effect of the tense and the verb completion. So you have to use only once. Did not, went, incorrect. I did not go to the college. So this is the way you are going to answer these questions in your board exams. Once again revise. 2 plus V1, modals also plus V1, then while plus V1 and ing form, and then did plus V1. Now in the fifth one, the rule says that I am writing a letter. Yeah, or the letter was wrote by B. These are the examples given for you. Now let's check it in the reverse way. What is the rule that we have learned? If the be word, to be verb, is, am, are, was, were, will be and shall be. If these to be verbs are there, there is a particular main verb format structure to be followed in case of active voice and passive voice. It should be followed by V1 and the ing form when it is in the active voice, and it should be followed by V3 when it is in the passive voice. Let's check what exactly I mean by that. This type of errors are asked in the exam. So let's check. If the question is right, the letter was wrote by me. It's very clear and very simple error that is done over here, which you can easily detect and note it down. What does the rule say? When it is in the active voice, it should have V1 and ing form, and when it is in the passive voice, what do we actually mean by active voice and passive voice? When we begin the sentence with the subject, we start off with the subject, it becomes the active voice. And when you have the subject towards the end in the reciprocative way, that becomes the passive voice in very simple and easy basic language. So the letter was wrote by me. So the writer is towards the end. The subject is not in the beginning. The letter is there. The object is there in the beginning. So is it the passive or the active voice? It's the passive voice. So what rule should be followed? It should be V3 format, right? V3 verb should be used. So the letter was written by me. So what will I write over here? If I say fifth number, B, the error is wrote, and the correction that I am making over here will be written. What should I write? Written, because it's in the passive voice and it has got to have the third form of the verb. Second, next, I am write a letter. When I say I am write a letter, is that all correct? It's very simple over here. You can easily track the mistake. Right. It's I. The subject is in the beginning. So it's in the active voice or passive voice? Active, very clearly, right? So when it is in the active voice, you have to have V1 form of the verb plus ing, right? Plus ing. So what will I write? Right is the mistake here for the sixth, or rather fifth one itself. Right is the mistake over here, which should be corrected to I am writing. I am writing a letter, right? Now when we talk in terms of articles, the errors that are made and that you are supposed to detect are in the form of a, an or the. We all know that a is used before a consonant sound, an is used before a vowel sound, and the is used for special or repeated nouns. What exactly do I mean by that? When I mean consonant sound, I mean the sound, not the alphabet. So what exactly is that sound? When I say umbrella, or I say an apple, what actually happens over here is the sound. When I write the alphabet A in over here, I do not pronounce it as a. I pronounce it as a. So the sound that is heard or voiced out is a. So I write it as an and not a apple. Okay. So how many consonant sounds are there? 21. How many vowel sounds are there? 5 vowel sounds. What are those vowel sounds? A, E, I, O and U. These are the sounds, not the alphabet. So if you see the alphabet, you can directly put in and no, not that way. Okay, so you'll have to check whether the sound that is produced after pronouncing that word itself is A, E, I, O, U. Now let's get that corrected in over here. If I write umbrella, umbrella, is that incorrect? If I write it as umbrella, it's incorrect because the sound that I am producing is which correlates to A, E, I, O, U. So I will write it as an umbrella. I will not put it as, yes, a umbrella. See, I do not say oo or u. Ya. Ya is not produced. What sound is produced? Umbrella. But if I say university, do I put in an university or a university? Because when I pronounce the word you, what do I say? Do I say you? Ya. See, the sound that is produced is ya. It's not A, E, I, O, U. So I am supposed to put a university. Yes, I will put a university over there. Okay. Now let's come to A now. A will be written for all the other consonant sounds, 21 consonant sounds, wherein you've got it something like coconut. All the consonant sounds, lion. So I'll put in an A there. Okay. For example, let's try a weird example. If I have the word MLA, he is the MLA or MLA. What do I put before that? A or an? What's more appropriate? That's the reason I repeated. When you say sound, it should be sound. Though the alphabet is M over here, the pronunciation or the sound that I make while saying these words is M-L-A. So what do I use? A, M. M I say, right? So I will not write a MLA or the MLA. I'll put in as an MLA, right? MLA. Or if I have the name of that person after that, I will put the MLA, Mr. So and so, because I'm going to specify, we're going to give details about that MLA. So I can put the before MLA. So what will I write there? Yes, and. Next, let's come down to the special or the definite article the, which is unique to the world. We use the for earth, sun, the Taj Mahal. So there you use the. Same way, can I go ahead and use the for university? If I have the name of the university, University of Pune, can I put in the over here? Yes, I can. Why? Because I am going to specify which university after that. So I can report it as the University of Pune or the University of Mumbai when constructing the sentence, but it is not necessary. Now, in the same way, can I put this as United States of America? States of America. But while writing it, I put it as the United States of America, and I do not put it as the India. I just put it as India or Bharat. The reason behind that is, here when I say the United States of what, I am going to specify that. I am going to specify the United States of America. So that's the reason I have got to put in the over here. So I will say the USA, right? What will I say? I will say the USA over here. The USA and only India. It won't be a India or an India. It's the proper noun. So I won't put it as the India. Now, in this case, it is not the end of that sentence. If this is your sentence, then how will you correct the error? See, it is not the end of that sentence. If I don't have the in over, it is not the end of the sentence. Is it okay? No, it's not okay because I am specifying. The is required over here. It cannot be blank here. So the must be there in the editing. If the is not there, that's an error over there. Why? Because I'm specifying end of what. After that, I'm giving the details. So I have to have the over here. If I do not have the here, then it's there. It is not the end of the sentence, of that sentence. if I am, it is not the end, it's not an end. Yeah, if there is nothing after that, then the is not required, your wish. But if you are specifying the details, you will have to have the after that. So if this is the error, the is missing, then how will you write the error? Nothing was there over here, and you need to have the. Nothing was there in this line, where in the end, or it would appear for omission there. This can appear for omission over there. And if the is there, it is not the end of the world. It is, why the over there, end of the world? Because world is unique, definite article. So it is not the end of the day, my day. So I count it as a definite article for myself. And then I write the over there. Yeah. So that's going to be the format for a, an and the. A you will use only for consonant sounds, and you will use it for vowel sounds, and the will be used only for special or repeated nouns. Means you have a passage to be corrected, right? Edited in all those 4 lines. If that noun is already used in the lines before that, then if the noun is repeated, you can use the there, or you have to use the there. That can be the error over there. Got it? Now the special type of error that I'm going to talk right now here is when you are talking about multiple people, but you are addressing to each one of them. How do you count on them? Is it a singular noun or a plural noun? Because you need to have the subject agreement with it, subject verb agreement, or the concord with it. So how do you deal with it? For these 4 types of words, which are everybody, everyone, somebody, someone, nobody and no one, anybody and anyone, all these 8 words are counted on as singular noun. Why? Because when I am talking about the whole crowd, do I intend to refer to the whole crowd, but I am talking about individual person from that crowd, from that group, collective noun. So what will I say? Count it on as single subject or single object. One thing or one object, one subject or one object. For example, to clarify this point, if I have the sentence as everyone have done the home assignment, what's the error? Can you jot it down? See, if I count everyone as a singular subject, this is a singular subject right now, all these 4 words are going to be always counted on as singular subject, not the plural one. Though I say that everyone, everybody, somebody, or someone, no one, anyone, but I am going to refer to one person individually at a time, each and every one. So I'll count it on as singular noun. Everyone, when I count it as a singular noun, what should I have? Yes, has. Everyone has done the home assignments. What will I write the answer as? I will write the answer to the 7th one as have was the error, and it should be replaced with the helping verb or linking verb has, right? Then the sentence should stand in correctly as everyone has done the home assignment. Everyone has done the home assignment, right? Start off with this one. This type of error deals with conjunctions. When we have conjunctions, we have known that the whole sentence structure should be in agreement with each other, the subject and the verb. There should be a concord, there should be a link between, a flow of the language, because it is after all communication, and you want to pass on your ideas or voice out your thoughts to the reader or to the listener. So then what happens when you have a conjunction in between? LHS is the left hand side of the conjunction and RHS is the right hand side of the conjunction. So if you have V1, if you are following V1 format in the left hand side of a conjunction while making a lengthy sentence, which is actually not recommended when you are making long answers or when you are constructing stories, try to frame short sentences so that to avoid or minimize any errors. If you have V1 in the left hand side of the conjunction, it should be V1 on the right side. If you have V2, you should have V2 in the right side as well. If you are following V3 in the left hand side of the conjunction, it should be V3 there. Same over here, V1 plus ing, then it should be V1 plus ing there as well. Let's try to clarify this point with the help of an example. What exactly do I mean by that? When I say I played and watching TV, does it sound in symphony? Is it in harmony? Can you get the flow of the sentence? No, there's something wrong in over here. What exactly is the error? If I am going to follow the past tense to the left hand side of the conjunction, which is the conjunction over here? What is a conjunction? Conjoins. The word that joins two ideas, two sentences, two clauses together. That will be called as conjunction. And, if, but, so, yeah, as, all these are conjunctions. Because, so what do I do over here? I played and watching TV. There is no harmony in over here. When I am using the past tense form before the conjunction and, I have to use past tense form after the conjunction as well. So can I do it this way? I playing and watching TV? No, that is not allowed. You cannot come back. You have to follow what you have started or finish it off what you have started. So if I say I played and watching TV is incorrect. So what do? I played and, what's the error? What is the error in this sentence? Yes, watching should be corrected to, when I say watching, it should be corrected to watched. I played and watched television. This is the correction. So this is what I mean by left hand side and right hand side of the conjunction should be in harmony, balanced. In this ninth type of error that we are going to deal for error detection is regarding the tenses. For example, when you start writing a letter or start writing a story or start writing a long answer in the section C of your board papers, which counts all about the textual answers, long answers, there you need to maintain your flow. If you begin on with a particular tense, especially when you go write a story or construct a story, you are expected to be writing it either in the simple present tense or in the past tense. Story, the way you would narrate the story to your younger brother or younger sibling, that way, family members. Then if you begin on with a simple past tense or perfect past tense, the main body of the letter or the sentence or your story should also be in the same tense. You should be conscious about it. It's easy. Once you practice, you can get hold of it. It's not so difficult. Then you should also end in the same tense. That shows your command or control over the language. So the more you practice, like we take your English test, and then you have every test has got a story. It has got a letter. So it makes you to think in English quickly and pen out your thoughts in that number of minutes allotted to you. So if you begin in a particular tense, continue the body of the letter or the sentence or the story or your long answer in the same tense. Also remember to end or check that you end in the same tense. So the same flow should be followed. It should not jumble here and there. What exactly do I mean by that, and how would you implement that in error detection as well? For example, this is your question. She played the piano when she is a child. This is quite simple, right? Very easy to detect. So how do? She played piano. So actually, whenever I talk about communication and English language, what it is always voicing out your ideas or your thoughts to the listener or the reader. So main intention or purpose behind that communication is using this language accurately to convey exactly what you want the listener or the reader to understand. So when I say she played the piano when she is a child, now she is not a child, so she played the piano. So can I have is in over here? No, I cannot have, because she is no more a child right now. So what's the correction needed to be done over here? If I am using perfect past tense there, I've got to use the past tense towards the end of the sentence as well. So what will I write? The correction over here as is should be corrected to was. This was quite a simple one for you to better understand the statement, what I mean by beginning, the body of the letter, the body of the story, or the body of your long answer, and then the ending of your answer or your letter or your story. This is how you would make the corrections. The 10th type of error that we are going to deal right now is, it is going to talk with the subject and the verb agreement in terms of plural and singularization, which we have already dealt. For example, when the verb in the singular form or the subject is in the singular form, the verb also should be in the singular form. We've already seen that. When the verb or subject is in the plural form, the verb also should be in the plural form. For example, when we are talking about plural forms, the subject is I, we, you, they. It is in plural. No, I can. Plural forms. Then you will have to use the verb in the plural form. What do you have? They goes to market. Is this correct? I will not be a plural. I have got to be in the single. If you, they, and we, all of these stand to be in the plural form, then my verb also has got to be going into plural form. When I say plural, do I mean I have got to add es? No, then I should write it as they go to the market. If they stands for plural, then I have got to write it as goes should be corrected to go. Because when the subject is in plural form, the verb should also be in the plural form. Plural form means there should not be s or es. Second example, when the subject is in the singular form, the verb should also be in the singular form. Means what? There should be a s or an es to the end of the verb. If it is he, she, it, they. If it is he and she will be singular forms, right? It will also be singular form. They will not be there. It can be I in that case, right? It can be I, he, she, it. These can be in the singular form. So she go to the market. Now what is the problem over here? Is there any error? When she is counted to be a single person, she is of course a single person. For one you count it as she, right? She goes to the market. Then it will be a present simple tense that she every day goes to the market. But right now we're talking about pluralization and singularization. So it has got to be written as go should be written as goes, right? This should be the correct answer over here. Here you will use goes because pluralize, the word subject is singular, verb should also be singular. Verb will be singular, right? Subject is singular, verb will also be singular. So this is not the singular form. When it is singular, you add s or es. And when it is the plural, you do not add s or es. That is the main difference. That was the error in over here. So I hope you must have understood all these things. Try to rewind this video. Note down each and every error that I have discussed individually. All the 10 errors with the examples in your grammar classwork. Putting the date and with perfection with all the examples in your grammar classworks. Everyone, 9th and 10th standard.